Sorry about that. Sorry about that. What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? Yo, I'm feeling well. I'm feeling good. Feeling dancefied. No, I'm feeling real good. Feeling very, very, very fine. We're here for another episode. Yes, I love what I do. I love the show. Episode 101. Episode 101, right? Not
I believe so.
100. Episode 111.
111. Yeah.
Yeah. Episode 111. 111, let's just say that, ladies and gentlemen. 111, you know what I'm saying? And we're here. We're here. And, I would like to address something before the show. To all you haters, thank y'all. Thank y'all to the haters. For all of you who do not like my content, for all of you who hate on my content, for all of you who say that I don't have the numbers and that I should do away with my content and just, I don't have no quality. I want to say thank you. And I want to say fuck you and have a nice day. Back to the festivities at heart. So, this is the In Your Face show. And I'm here with my very good friend for years now. She's a very, very cool. She's one of the guys. Very cool. Snoots. Vonships. Take it away. Vonsnips, everybody. Sorry about that. I'm a name butcher, so you can't blame me.
So, I am the co-founder and artist at War Dance Comics, independent comic creators, and we are working on our first and flagship comic issues, Volume 1, and it's been so many years in the making, and it's not like we're just going to do just a few quick crash grabs. We've built the lore over the years, and we're doing our best to bring a quality product, even though we're fans. We're not professionals. We're not claiming to be professionals, but we miss good comics and we want to put out a good comic. So that's what we've been working on these few years. And we have a funded Indiegogo, and it is still up if you want to grab a book. A lot of our cameos are gone, or off, I should say. So if you want to grab a cameo, you have to wait for book 2. But if you want to support us, check out our Indiegogo. You can find us issues Volume 1 Indiegogo. And quick overview. Elevator pitch, I don't know. Mike's usually the one doing the elevator pitch. I'm just like,
I mean, it was very quicker than some people, but hey, you take it fast, you fast with it, baby, you fast with it. And that's good, so tell us about your book, Issue.
Issues is about a agent. Her name is Anne Gallo. She how do I word this? She gets thrown into the world of superheroes. We took our book like, what if superheroes were in real life, not in the Dark Knight trilogy. I'm not talking about like that dark nitty gritty for no reason. I'm talking about like practically. They would eventually become government assets, and there would be, contracted, and there would need to be a liaison, and she gets thrown into the liaison position, and so she's just a human with no powers thrown into the world of superhumans, and they're all just, let's just say it's not the age of golden, it's not the golden age of heroes anymore. We have a fat speedster, we have an alcoholic plasma bender, we have the retired World War II hero who's long been out of the game, and then we have the new kids who are definitely the new kids, and they are wildly unprofessional, and just all of them are just a PR nightmare. And she's having to just keep her job alive and keep them alive and just balance all of that. So it's got a lot of dark comedy in there. It's not edgy for edgy's sake, but it's not it rides that fine balance of it's not a full on like comedy all day every day. It's not real world heroes fucked up for no reason. It's that perfect meld of the two. So it's fun.
Well, yeah, very fun. So, I have a question, you know what I'm saying? So, got to go to my binder. Everybody, I got a binder. Yeah, got a binder. A binder. A binder of all the binders. A binder.
How many women are in your binder? But don't.
None.
Throwback reference.
I don't know. Yeah. What inspired you to pursue this career in comics?
Two things. One was when I was a kid. I didn't really have much going for me. I was the awkward kid. And then one of the kids in my class brought a how to draw manga book.
Hell
and
yeah,
I flipped to the last part where just like, okay, here's your finished product. And I just drew that. And all the manga nerds were like, oh my God, you're talented. Yes, please hang out with us. And I was like, friends, score. I want to do that when I grow up. So I got all excited into manga and stuff. My mom was just like, no, you're going to get into hentai and then get into porn. And I was just like, no? What? So, like, manga for me was forbidden when I was a kid. So it's just like that thing of like, when I grow up and I move out, I'm going to go do this. And then I went off to college and I was throwing around a bunch of like webcomic ideas. And I got a hold of my friend Mike, and I was just like, all right, so I have this idea of like, everybody's obsessed with Watchmen right now, and everybody's saying who watches the Watchmen. I'm like, okay, so in that sense, like, legitimately, who do superheroes have to come back to? Because, I mean, even superheroes go through fucked up shit, and they have nobody they can talk to. So what about if superheroes had a therapist? And I wanted to make a webcomic off of that. And Mike's just like, no, that's dumb. Don't do that. But give me a minute and I'll get back to you. And I was like, all right, fine. And a month goes by and I forget that I even told Mike. And then he finally calls me up and he's like, look, this is too long to say over text. I hate talking over the phone, but I need to get this out. And then he tells me the entire arc of issues, volume 1. And I was just like, holy shit, that's amazing. He's like, I have 5 other volumes in my head. I was just like, what the fuck is happening? So I forgot that I talked to a writer about this. So he just went off and I was just like, I love this. This is awesome. And we started fleshing it out and we like trimmed all the fat out of it. So we broke it down from 5 to 3 volumes, graphic novels. And we just kept on working on the lore and working on what we wanted out of this comic, like looking at all the MacGuffins and pulling those out, looking at the looking at like the loopholes and stuff and just cutting out all the fat. And then it got to the point where he was living in California, I was living in Texas, and I was just like, well, I need to move out of my sister's place. I have nowhere to go. Mind if I head over to California and hang out with y'all for a second? And he was just like, yeah, move in, work on the comic. We'll finally be able to get off the ground. And that didn't happen. I moved to California, but life happened. And it's just like, I have so much other shit on my plate. And we just never had time to work on it until a few years ago. Mike was just like, let's fucking do this. Let's do this full time. And I was like, okay, let's do it. And like I said, life happens. So we launched our Indiegogo. I own ferrets, and one of them knocked water into my laptop. So all of that progress, dead. So it's just like one thing after another where it's just like, okay, this is going to take a while. So But yeah, that is the story of me getting into comics. It's just I had the idea. It's something that I thought I could do, that I probably should do, and now we're doing it. So
Well, I mean, I just want to say you can make you can make a story out of anything nowadays, you know,
yeah,
and whatever comes to your mind, like you can like see. And this is the thing, you know, your mind has to when dealing with comics and dealing with writing and creating anything, you have to have a time clock in your head. You know what I'm saying? Time clock. So how do you get the book done? And you know, you have to be able to force yourself to make deadlines because you're holding
yeah,
yourself back if you like, you know, say like if you want to work for the big two, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to try to, you know, learn how to hit deadlines. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah.
At first, you know, I wanted to do that. I wanted to work for the big two, but then I was like, I got my own talent. Why would I want to work for the big two when I could take them down? I hated Marvel and DC to this day, so you can, you know. So I was like, fuck it, you know, why not? You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, being a comic artist and being a, I know it may seem boring on the outside looking in, but when you're actually really doing it and you actually doing it yourself and people are and you actually get your hands on and you actually write the story, you actually do the art and everything, you learn that doing comics is fun, but it also can be annoying at times too.
It's also a job. You have to remember it's a
Yes.
job. You cannot treat it like, oh, I'm just gonna doodle and I'm gonna have fun. It's you have to, like you said, you have to set those deadlines and that
Oh, yeah.
internal
Yeah.
motivation. You can't just be like, oh, I'll wait till I'm motivated. You can't. You
Yeah,
cannot do that.
exactly. And the fact is that reason why I say set a deadline is because like this, you could be working on your project for years, right?
Yeah.
And it could be the right time to come out with it the next year, and you're still working on your project, and you're like, man, like, and there's nothing to be worked on. You just made a perfect thing, right? But when it comes to comics, sometimes you should bring it out when you are ready, but also sometimes don't bring it out when you're ready. Bring it out when it's just bring something out because you can at least get that something to become viral. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
that's what we
Yeah,
did. We waited till really like we could Mike was saying he could smell the blood in the water whenever the big two started getting okay, we're gonna start changing characters with the modern times. And he's just like, people aren't gonna like this. People are gonna stop buying. People are gonna go independent. It happened in the 90s. Todd McFarlane jumped on that shit, and it's gonna happen again. Sure as shit. Everybody jumped on Indiegogo. Everybody jumped on Kickstarter. What was it? The My Hero parody that dude did with uh the Trump All Might
hmm
parody. Yeah. That fucking took off and broke records and stuff, and he's like, now is our time. Now we're launching the issues campaign. What I've seen so many people sadly put out a campaign and it doesn't get funded. We put our campaign out at the right time. We got funded. We're good. We're good. It's out
yeah,
there.
yeah, yeah. See, you have to take your chance. You have to take a chance because you have to take a chance, and you have to basically bet on yourself. And I'll say
There's
why.
got to be that confidence. You have to have
Yeah.
some self confidence. Don't wait
Mm-hmm.
till somebody to
See,
tell you. Get your
yes.
critiques. Critiques are good, but at some point you have to have the guts to just put yourself out there.
Exactly, and not all critiques are right, and not all critiques are right for that time. You know what I'm saying? You know,
You got to
just to
like,
piggyback off of what you're saying, because
yeah,
you could get a critique and it could derail your process. You know, but you could also get somebody to tell you like you know to make some corrections and help you along the way. You see what I'm saying? And see, me, I'm gonna tell you, I can't. I don't like taking criticism because I'm an artist. what artists like to take criticism? What
I
artists like
didn't.
to exactly like I don't like to take
Nobody likes
criticism
it.
because I'm an artist. Like can't nobody tell me how to do this. I've been doing this shit for
Too
God
long.
knows how long.
Too long.
Yeah, like I mean, even the artists can't tell me because
Yeah.
their art is different. The way they react to certain things is different. The way
Yeah.
you react to certain things is different. I can't tell you, okay, do it this way because if you do it that way, it'll be mine. If I do it this way, it'll be yours. So why not let that person do it the way they want to do it, but along the way, give them pointers on making that way, their way, better. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
There's a
To
difference
work for
between
them.
stylizing and like I've been thinking about this a lot lately where you have to know the rules to break the rules. So when you see somebody that's breaking the rules, that's what you approach. You don't sit there and critique their style. You sit there and critique like, all right, you don't have a palm in your hand. Maybe put a palm there. You missed it. It might have put it in the sketch. You forgot it in the ink. Do that. Just
Exactly.
that, or
And
just
see,
like you have to
exactly.
reinforce the rules. That's it.
Exactly. And a lot of supposed critiquers, right?
Mhm.
And hold on. Tim Lim and Mark Pellegrini. I don't know who the hell he is. And Walmart best part was Carmen America came out of that and became more than Captain Marvel poverty.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of
Fucking
that.
the
Yeah, a
Common
lot of
America. I've
people.
got those figures on my shelf. They're awesome.
Yeah, a lot of those people that came from Marvel are going to be bigger than Marvel with because Marvel don't allow you to go out on your own. They don't allow you to make your own characters, and if they do, they're going to take them. They're going to take the rights to them. Yes, they are. You know, and you really want to do that because a lot of indie guys likes to put their own twist on things, and you like to be hollered at and disrespected. All right, because when it happened to me, I had to let him know, like, nigga, look, motherfucker, you better get the fuck out my face, because at the end of the day, working for somebody or working on somebody else's project, you know, we got fans, we got DC fans and everything, but you're gonna have that, you're gonna have Marvel and DC fans. We
Mhm.
already know that. We can't stop that. I can't stop it. No matter how much I hate them, I can't stop, people from liking it, I even like a little bit of it, but not saying I hate them as a person. It's just I hate the stuff that they do, the
Yeah.
the egos and the way they carry themselves. You know what I'm saying? And
I was on a stream with like I'm not either DC or Marvel. There's things about some of them I like, but for the most part, I'm not a Marvel fan. I got a stream on with Marvel fans, and that was some of the not not I wasn't as fond of that particular show and the vibes going on there because it was just like people pick teams and it's hard to tread that when you're not in the middle of the two. Like like you're saying, you got to acknowledge it, but at the same time, it's hard to balance that when you're outside of it.
exactly, because like, as a writer, you know what I'm saying, we get critiqued all the damn time when we don't even ask for the critiques. You know what I'm saying? They'd be like, well, you should have done this right. I'm like, damn, I ain't even asked you for no goddamn critique. All I asked was you just look at it. No
Yeah,
critiques. Just look at the motherfucking shit.
it's like
You know
I'm
what I'm
not
saying?
wrong just because you want to be right. Get off my high horse.
Exactly.
And let me be.
Exactly. It's like a stand-up comedian being critiqued on his jokes. Like, come on, man. You can't it would some people will laugh, some people won't. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you gotta say it like this. Not everybody is gonna say the joke the way you said it. You know what I'm saying? It may not work for you the way he told you to say it. You may be like, they may think you corny by the way you said it. You know what I'm saying? And so you got to have your own ideals, and you got to have your own originality when building anything. That goes for music, that goes for writing, that goes for stand up, stand up, that goes for music. Did I say music?
Yeah.
That goes for fashion. That goes for all of that stuff that people are into. You got to have your own originality, because if you don't have your own originality, you're doing something that people already done, and when you take a spin off of it, you're basically adding on to somebody's work, and you don't want to do that. You want your own legacy, you want your own longevity, because if you really look at it, your own longevity and your own niche, your own shit can bring open doors that they didn't get to open. You
Absolutely.
know what I'm saying? And
But there's
like
a
I
difference
said,
between being a part of a fandom and taking a bite off of something. If you want to fit in that genre, that's fine. Find your own voice.
exactly. Find your own voice, because if you don't have your own voice, whether it is in any genre of entertainment, you're going to get eaten alive. And
And
not everything that you're doing is going to appeal to everybody. Just like I just address the haters, you're going to have people that tell you your shit is whack. You're going to have somebody tell you that, oh, well, your stuff is subpar, your quality is trash. You're going to get booed off the stage, and you're going to have people boo you and heckle you. And I know this. I know a lot of comedians. They tell me they get heckled, and they get told, you know what I'm saying, you're not good enough, and such and such and such. They deal with the same thing we deal with. We get heckled by haters, by people that don't like our work. That's the same thing. Haters are hecklers, you know what I'm saying? Like, basically, to me, you know what I mean? And to be honest, if we, I think that the way we grow is by sticking to our own guns.
yeah,
Take the advice, but take it as a grain of salt. And if it applies, it applies. If it don't, let it fly. Because at the end of the day, it's not the person's opinion that changes what you're doing. It's your I it's your own mind on you that changes what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Because if you change your stuff by somebody's opinion, then that becomes, you're being controlled by them, and you don't want that. You know what I'm saying?
there's two sides to
And
that coin. There's letting somebody control you through that, or letting it get to you and sitting there and raging out on it. And just like either way, that's rage culture or insecurity. Either way, that's not okay. You got to be able to listen to it, take what you will from it, and let it go and move on. That's it.
hmm and I have a lot of people telling me, doing comics is easy. I could draw the character, and no, it's not. No, it's not.
You do it.
That shit ain't easy, bro. Nah, because you got to deal with the personalities. You got to deal with people. You got to
Oh my
deal
god.
with,
Micro
yeah.
expressions. Mike gets on to me because when I first started drawing, I had my own bullshit. I couldn't draw a smile to save my life. And he's just like, why does everybody look pissed off? I'm like, they're ecstatic. What are you talking about? And he's like, if that's ecstatic, you need to do some self evaluation, okay? I got better at it. I worked at it. But yeah, micro expressions. It's being able to relay that inner thought with the character and being able
Yes.
to have consistency with
Yeah.
everybody's written differently, so you have to draw everybody differently. Everybody can't have the same face. It's
Exactly.
oof.
And that's what I see. That's what happens in a lot of entertainment.
Mhm.
We perform out of pain. You know what I'm saying? Like comedians, they talk about their pain. They talk about their life. They talk about what they went through. A lot of their jokes is about them. You know what
Mhm.
I'm saying? Also, too, when it comes to music, a lot of people singing about them, about their pain, what they went through. It's like also too fashion. A lot of females or a lot of guys that's wearing clothes, they wear clothes depicted on what they went through. You could tell how a person wear a dress, what they went through, how they went through it, what they went through. You know what I'm saying? You could just, if you look at their body
The
language,
way
how they
they
wear
hold
it.
themselves. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta see, and you see how I'm jotting down everything going from, because my audience, I'm gonna tell you like this, my audience is a mixed breed of people. They come from the fashion industry, come from the comedic comedians, comics, and music, and some other stuff, And like I said, so I got to feed everybody, you know what I'm saying? Not just me. I
Yeah.
got to feed all the mouths, you know what I'm saying? All the mouths, they just put it all up in it. No, but at the end of the day, it becomes very, very equal to a lot of us when because that's therapy when we put our lives into what we do. That's therapy. You're getting healing from that. You know what I'm saying? If you could draw out your pain, wouldn't you? And I hear a lot of people tell me when they see my art, "Oh, I wish I could draw." Okay, draw. You know what I mean? Anybody
Oh my
can do
god.
it.
Yeah. That's if I had $1 anytime somebody said, "All I could draw is stick figures." Yeah, at once upon a time that was me too. You know what I wish I could do?
Exactly.
Math. I wish I could do that. But like
Exactly.
if you want to go throw a ball, go out on a court, man. Like it's the
Do it.
same fucking thing. Where
Yeah.
if you don't have the tenacity to get after it, that's a you problem. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
that
Yeah.
that that is one of my pet peeves because like I not tooting my own horn over here, but like growing up, award after award, any art contest I went through, I placed. Period. And if it wasn't first place, I at least placed something. And that was my thing. Everybody's like, "Oh my god, I wish I could draw like you." I'm like, "I wish I could get out of the house." Like I had such a constricted life. That was my outlet. I either drew or I read. Period. That's all I had. So people are sitting there getting scholarships for all this other shit and just like I got an art scholarship because that's all I've got going for me. I have nothing else going on. So it's just like if you want it, get after it. It what is it? Somebody said there's 1,000 bad drawings in you. It's your job to get them out.
Yeah.
And if you don't work
Because
at it, you won't get there. Period.
yeah, because it's like this too. If you really look at it like this, look at it like this, drawing. Don't you work at it, work at it, work at it until you get it right?
Yeah, and even still, like, I mentioned earlier that we lost data for
Mm-hmm.
when we started our campaign. We worked on it for a year after the campaign, and then we lost everything. And we had we posted some of the pictures, so it's like at least we had frame of reference. I just needed to retrace it. And since drawing for a year, going back and starting over, I had grown a year. So by the time I went back, I'm like, I need to rework this page. There's so much nuance that I see now that I've grown. And I'm still doing that. I'm still looking at pages. I'm like, I'm going to add this. Okay, I'm going to move on
Right.
to the next page. But I'm going to change this. So it's insane. Hi, Bear. In the comments, Bear says hi. Hi. So there's so much growth after being able to do this full time now and being able to do it every day. It literally is you just have to do it. Period.
Exactly. You
It'll
just
grow.
have to do it because whether you want to become a comedian, whether you want to become a artist, whether you want to become a rapper, musician, singer, rapper, director, make movies, be the next model, be the next anything, just do it. Just do it. Pick it up one day and do it. Pick it up one day and just do it. And continue to do it and 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 do it. Even if you don't feel like doing it, just do it
Oh,
because if you
yeah.
yeah, you'll either one that you either say I don't want to do it, but you'll either say I do want to do it, but I don't want to make this a full time thing. I want to make this a hobby. Or you'll be like, I want to do this full time. I want to go forward, and you never know. You could probably be the next big star, or the next big comedian, or the next big rapper, or the next big artist, the next big whatever. You just never know, huh?
I can honestly say, on the point you just made with the days you don't feel like it, doing this shit full time now, I can honestly say there are plenty of days where just like, I'm not doing it. This is, but it needs to get done. So it's just like, you can always find something where just like, even if you don't have the energy to do this, you probably have the energy to do this. So you're still being productive. You can still get it done, but you got to be able to think around it, and you have to just be able to figure out, okay, what can I do today? I don't feel like, if I can't put my all into it, I can at least do something. And you just, because as soon as you stop, you lose that momentum. It's gone. So you just have to keep on keeping that momentum.
Yeah, keep on keeping on, because like I said, a lot of this stuff that people want to do and wanting to do and thinking about doing, get it out your mind and freaking do it. Because like I said, you wanting to do this stuff, you've been wanting to do this shit for years. It's a reason why it's in your spirit. It's a reason why it's in you, and keep coming up, because you have to do it. You know what I'm saying? You can't just say, oh, I want to be this and I want to be great. Faith without works is dead. So you got to put action into what you're doing.
Yeah.
And for the simple fact, man, like, I could say that I wanted to be an actor. I could say I wanted to be a director. But if I didn't take the steps, exactly, add more fuel to the flames. You damn right. Because if you don't add more fuel to the flames, you're going to get burned out. You're going to lose gas. You know what I'm saying? Not pass gas, but you're going to lose the gas. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm just saying, like, you know, you think about it, you know what I'm saying? Every day, you know what I'm saying? Every day as people, we tend to say we want to do something. I want to do that. Do it. Because not a lot of people have the chance to do what you're doing, man. Go ahead and do it, because you never know who's you're going to affect.
Yeah.
You never know whose life you're going to impact. So you might as well do it and get it over with. Well, not get it over with, but do it and
get it over with. Just be done.
do it and see where you're going. See where it goes. You know what I'm saying? Because if you really look at it like this too, you know, you say to yourself, oh, I did not know I was going to make it to, you know, get an Oscar or a Grammy. I did not know I could do that. Well, if you didn't take that step on doing it, if you don't take that step, how do you know you're gonna get there?
Yeah.
If you don't take that step.
Christina's saying, can't do it if you don't even try. Yeah.
Exactly. You can't do it if you don't try. Sometimes sometimes getting off your ass and doing it and pushing you far and far out and giving it all you got, it's the best way to go. It's the best way to go. Reach your goals. Cry it out, for God's sakes. Do something. Because you're just wasting time not doing what you want to do, not living your dreams. And if a hater says something, tell them fuck them and have a nice day. To be honest with them, to be honest with you, fuck them and have a nice day. I mean, because if you really look at it, haters only hate because they want to be you and they want to be in a position you're in, so they can hold your position, so they can sit on what you got. They don't want it for them. They're gonna sit on it. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't want it. To be honest with you, let's get on to the hating part. Haters want this. Haters want your blessings and your gifts, okay? To hate, to sit on it and to basically just be like, oh, they don't want it for themselves. They want to sit on it. It's like a chicken sitting on her eggs. If you don't take the chicken off the egg, how the egg is going to hatch, or how are you going to get your eggs to eat?
There you go. Chicken's gotta sit on the egg for it to hatch.
To be real, you know what I'm saying?
It's like
If you're sit,
a kid whenever like the babies, they have to hold
yeah,
on to something and you try to take it away and they're just like, what the fuck?
yeah, that's like taking a toy, like it's like taking a dog's food away. He gonna growl at you. He gonna growl at you. You know what I mean? He gonna growl at you. He gonna be pissed off. Like, nigga, what? Give my damn food back. You know what I mean? What you doing? I'm hungry than a motherfucker over this motherfucker. You know what I mean? And that's how it happened with life. Haters are there to try to take and not give. They're there to take what's yours. So you got to take that motherfucking shit back. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, taking that shit back is going to feel real good. Taking that shit back is going to feel real good because now they're going to look stupid around everybody else doing while trying to take your shit. You know what I'm saying? Because they ain't got nothing to live for. They ain't got nothing to look forward to. They ain't got no hope. They ain't got nothing. So what you do is you take everything back what was stolen from you and you go succeed. And you go basically be the best that you can be.
You don't sit there and bitch about it. You don't sit there and get all angry and throw a hissy fit. You get at it, you do you, and you go be
Succeed.
successful. Yeah.
Bang a ding a ling a ling a bang. There you go. Stop the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I'm here to help you through. I ain't gonna sit there and let you sit there and let you sit there and look bad and look good. I'm gonna sit to help you out. You're gonna look good with me. We're gonna look good together. You know what I'm saying? That's it. That's it. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna look good together and we're gonna work it out. We're gonna get all out there and we're gonna do that. That's how we're gonna do it. I on to another question, you know what I'm saying? What was your proudest accomplishment while doing this project?
I will say it's a toss up. Probably most recently. I'll say first off, it's a picture you don't have, so I'll talk about it, get out of the way, and then bring up the other one.
Uh-huh.
So whenever I was doing what do you call it? Concepts for issues.
Mm-hmm.
I was having a really hard time with it. I couldn't figure out a style. I can do a lot of different styles, but I have a problem with consistency. So
Mm-hmm.
consistently pumping out the same style was getting really hard, especially when it wasn't mine. And all of a sudden I drew this one picture of Standard jumping from a building and it was backlit, and I sent it over as a lighting test. Just a lighting test. And I sent it over to Mike and he's like, "You just whip that up?" "Yes." And he's like, "This is fucking tits. Where has this been?" I was just like, "Oh, thank you." But it was like the first time that was just like it wasn't critiqued to death. It wasn't like my heart was in something and it was just like, "Yeah, this is great. Yes, do this all the time. Yes."
Yeah.
Like, "Oh, thank you." And going forward, so that was a concept, and then we had all the shit and having to redo things. And a part of redoing it was we lost the file to the first cover that we did, and it's the cover with everybody on it. So I had to redo it. We can't
Mm-hmm.
just send a JPEG on Facebook to the printers. I have to make another large printable file. And it's just like I was saying earlier, where I've grown since then. So I'm just doing what I do. Side note, professionals use References, whether you're an athlete, an artist, musician, whatever, professionals use references. There's a difference between
Mm-hmm.
tracing and reference. I'm going to just get that out of the way. So
Mm-hmm.
I did what I did, and I pulled up a bunch of references, and I spent days researching references where it's this is the character and this is their body language. And then I put everything together and I made this new cover, and Mike came out and looked at it and he's like, holy shit, yes. You have grown so much. I was just like, I have, haven't I?
Yeah, see, and that's the thing. Sorry about that. Go ahead. Yeah.
Well, just to answer your question of what's my proudest moment, I think you should never stop growing no matter what you're doing, artist, musician, whatever. Chuck DeHaan, a friend of the family, told me that as an artist, you should never fall in love with your art. And that sounds depressing, but don't ever fall in love with it, because that becomes your plateau. All of a sudden, you can't get past that. That is now your best. Never do that. Always keep going, always move on to the next thing, so you are always growing. So to answer your question best, it is most recent thing, and I'm proud of the fact that we did our Indiegogo. I plan on doing more. I'm proud of the fact that we're getting our comic underway and we're knocking out pages. I have to give the most recent example because that is what I'm most proud of right now. Ask me in another 3 months and it's going to be something else. I guarantee you. And anyone pursuing what they want to do should have the same mentality of just, you got to keep at it. Don't fall in love with whatever the fuck you did back in high school. Keep at it. Make something new. Make something better. Keep at it. This is the best advice I gotta give.
That's smooth as hell. Smooth operator. Nah. I know. Nah. We're gonna get to these comments and I'm gonna hit y'all with a commercial break real quick. All right, we're gonna get to the comments. Don't let the fire burn out each day. You must add more fuel into the flames. Of course, brother. Gotta add more fuel to those flames. You know it. Thank you for the love, baby. Thank you for the love, brother. Christina
Bertocini.
Yes. I was about to butcher it. Sorry. I can't do it if you don't try. Yes. Can't do it if you don't even try. You're damn right. You can't just do something. You can't just say you're gonna do something and don't try to do it. It's like saying I want that sandwich. Well, then eat the goddamn sandwich. Well, I don't want to eat it because I don't know if I can do it. Just do it. Eat the sandwich. There you go. Sorry. Yeah, my analogy is very simple. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going to go into a deep analogy. Exactly.
Just start working out.
Exactly. Hate us. They ain't us. Did you say anus? No, I did not say anus, Justin. That's your dirty mind. They hate us because they ain't us. Hey, Justin, you know I love your analogy. Come on, anus. Hey, we're not talking about ass. We're talking about ain't us. Okay? But, man, it's all love, Justin. All love, my man. Christina, was it?
Bertocini.
Bertocini. All right. Your persistence through the setbacks is something to be proud of. You're damn right, because we've been set back, hoodwinked, bamboozled. We didn't land on setbacks. Setbacks landed on us. You know what I'm saying? That was a little Malcolm X impersonation. You know what I'm saying? I had to bring that up into this thing because I could do that. Anyway. Commercial check me, please. Hey, y'all. Thank y'all for watching. The show. I would like for y'all to subscribe to the channel. It's going to be it's very cool that we could grow together. And if y'all want to get booked on the show, hit me up on King Daniel Teller on Facebook, and King Daniel on Instagram. I forget what that thing is, but and on it and on my YouTube. In order to find us on YouTube is the In Your Face Show. Then put Daniel Teller next to it, or whatever. However you get it, just put it next to it. But that's how we do it. And if y'all want to get booked on the show, holla at your man. I got y'all. You know what I'm saying? No matter what, we're gonna grow together. We're gonna get this thing right. So back to the televised acquisition. Well, yeah, back to the televised acquisition. Yes, it is. What have you like? How do you handle pressure? The pressures of getting your book. How did you handle the pressures of getting your book out? The stress and the pressures. Yeah, how did you handle the stress and the pressures?
Well, I can actually say that because it's a daily problem because our book isn't out yet. I'm still working on it.
Okay, okay, let me rephrase that
Yeah.
question.
No,
How
you're
do you handle the stress and the pressure that people put on you to get it out there, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Gotcha. I have to remind myself that we're backed. So people did have faith in us. When we launched our campaign, we kept on telling everybody it's for fans by fans. By fans. We're fans. I'm not a fucking 20-year veteran of the comic industry. I'm a chick who has been drawing and I wanted to give y'all something. Mike has been reading comics his whole life. He likes to write and he's writing. That's what we promise. So whenever people are like, "Hey, where's our book?" and we're like, "We're working on it." And we're actually about to I just hit up the printers this week. We got some of our what do you call it? Add-ons. We got some of our add-ons ordered. So we're going to be sending out our add-ons to be like, we didn't just take your money and run. I swear. Here's some of the shit we've been working on. Here's physical samples of this book's going to get made. And like I'm reminding myself it's graphic novel. It's not a trade back. If it was a trade back, it would have been out by now, but it's not. It's a graphic novel, which everybody says don't do because it takes forever. Yeah, it does take forever. That's why it's taking forever. It's not just a trade back. It's full color. It's not a manga. So a trade back manga probably would have been done by now because I would have been able to just sketch that shit out and call it good. No, I'm sketching it out, I'm penciling it, I'm inking it, Mike's doing the flatting, and then I'm doing the effects. I'm going to be doing the lettering. Like, I was just telling the kid, Mike has a young daughter, and she was just like, "Hey, where are y'all at with the comic?" Just asking out of curiosity. And so I pulled out the we have the Invincible omnibuses, and I just pulled one out, opened the front cover, and showed her all the different names on it. I'm like, you see this huge team that worked on these things. You see all the different jobs. That's me. I'm doing it. We don't have a team of 10 people. And in contrast, I know that you have other people like the people who did Common America and Walmart. It's just two guys. I know. But they're doing trade backs. They're doing different things. And I'm sure their experience is different than mine.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And everybody takes it at their own thing. So it's just like, I'm doing the best I can do. It's probably not as fast as other people. I'm trying. And
Right.
I
You
have to
gotta
keep
try.
reminding myself that where it just, I'm not sitting here on my ass. I am making work. I am doing work. And that's why I have to remind myself. So again, it may not be as fast as others, but there's this phrase in, I swear it ties in. Everybody has their own version of hell, where somebody's minor inconvenience ruins their day, versus other people are going through shit and they're like, what could be worse? Everybody has their own version of hell. And in the indie comics line, it's just like everybody's got their own pace. I'm working at it. Backers are going to have to trust that. And as far as I know, nobody's asked for a refund. So we've got the trust of our backers. We're good. We're good. We're getting it done. We're trying, at least.
See, I like how you did some confidence. We did good. I like it.
You gotta have it. That's the word for it. To answer your question, you gotta have confidence. Period.
You gotta have it. You gotta have it.
I'm just like I am a failure. Why isn't this comic out yet? And I just gotta stop and be like, it's okay. It's okay. You're fine.
Mm-hmm. You gotta have an idea of what you want to do, because anything you can do, anything, whether it is like, because you can't just have one niche. You gotta have. You want to be you want to be multifaceted. Multifaceted. You gotta be. You gotta be known for. You want to be known for multiple things, you know what I'm saying? And that's what I want to be known for, stuttering, known for multiple things, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, there's different things you could do out there. Why be known for one thing and one thing only? That's putting yourself in a box. So what if people don't like it? So what if you may lose followers? Fuck what those followers think. Because at the end of the day, they wasn't there to support you anyway. They wasn't supposed to be there. You know what I'm saying? If they want to leave so fast, right? I'm wrong or right? You know, I wouldn't, I wouldn't care, because at the end of the day, you're doing what makes you happy instead of doing what makes people happy. You're doing what makes you happy, and that's all that matters. You know what I'm saying? If they feeling so froggy, let them motherfuckers do the work then. You know what I'm saying? If they feel like they want to control it, okay, you step back and let them do the work. Let them do the work. I bet you sit right there. I bet you all the haters that is hating on you right now, and I'm talking to the people that's watching, people that's going to be watching after the show. Sit back and let the haters hate. Because if they was in your shoes, what you're doing now, or whatever you want to do, they're not going to do it. That project is going to sit right there and it never get done. Never get done. Because they see what you're doing and they think they could do it. Okay. You sit back and you let them do it. Let them make a fool out of themselves. Let them make themselves look stupid. Give them the rope and have them hang themselves. Here. You're going to look crazy. Persistence is key of, you know what I'm saying, stay on top of what you're doing.
Yeah.
Because the haters are going to stay on top of you. They're going to continue to try to knock you down. Let them keep trying. Because the more they knock you down, the more you get up, the more you grow from it. You think Rocky got knocked down so many times, bloody, cuts on his eyes, cuts on his nose, and black eyes. You think when he got knocked down, you think he didn't grow more after that? After that, he won every fight.
Except for the first one. He didn't win, but he went the distance, which was
he went the distance. Even if you lost the fight, you didn't lose the fight. You actually won the fight. You know what I'm saying? You actually won the battle. And you won the war, if you really look at it. You know. Just go the distance. Put your foot in the water, you know. Put your foot in, you take your foot out, and you shake it all about and do the hokey pokey. No, I'm joking with you. But nah. I'm just joking. Well, nah, I'm just saying, Go the distance. Take it to the top. You know what I'm saying? Push in and go and brawl because you never know. You may win that fight if you try.
Yeah.
That's the only thing you got to do is try to win and try to fight. It doesn't matter how big the opponent is. You know what I'm saying? All you know is you want to hit that right, knock them out with that right hit. Just wait for that right hit and bang, you could potentially knock them out. And you could potentially win that fight. Even if you don't knock them out, you still won the fight. Think about it. Back to the questions. What is the biggest challenge you have faced in the field of comics?
Um, I would probably say page layout. Because hear me out. I'm not the writer. I have a writer, and I'm very happy with this writer. He's talented. I trust the story. I love the story. And there is a chasm between his idea and me putting it on the page. And the biggest thing is getting it to a thumbnail and then getting it to a sketch and then revising that to where it's whatever he saw in his head. He's not the artist. I'm not the writer. So being able to merge that, I think, is the biggest difficulty. And we're working on it. We're learning each other's artistic language, so to speak. And it's much better whenever we're able to sit down next to each other and able to geek out on it, and we're both sitting in front of the computer and we're both being able to draw and add whatever. But page layout, again, I didn't grow up with comics like he did. He's the comic nerd. So in his head, it's all Spawn, dynamic, breaking the panels, and there's all these weird things going on. And I grew up with manga. So I'm just like, you got 3 panels per page. When you say you have 9 panels, I can't even fathom what the hell you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Well, I mean, if you really look at it, I would say, put it all together. You know what I'm saying? Put the dynamic stuff and add that to your manga type style. Hey, you never know. You never know what style you could come up with that.
yeah.
Like, cause like for example, okay, I could put Wolverine and Venom together. You just never know what character you could come out with. Just like Jarhead. Jarhead is a mixture of Spawn, Wolverine, Venom, Blade, and all those characters. You know what I'm saying? And he came out badass. Like this man is deep. You know what I'm saying? And you think about it, you know, if you put those ingredients together and you stir that soup, you never know how good that soup gonna taste.
Yeah. But it's mainly page layouts. Like, just, I don't see what he sees, but we're getting there. We're figuring out how to communicate.
See, it's about iron sharpening iron because if you don't, it's like if you don't learn from your partner, why be partners if you're not learning from them? You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Because he could teach you something, you could teach him something. You know what I'm saying?
He flats now. He sat there watching me draw, and back in the day, it used to be him just sitting there because he likes to understand things, and he's like, "What is that witchcraft? What did you do?" So I'm sitting there with like the select tool and stuff, and he's just like, "How the fuck did you do that?" So after explaining it to him enough times, he's like, "I want to try." So he'll sit there and he'll just flat for me. And for those who don't know, it's the first flat, the first layer of color before you start adding in special effects and everything. And a lot of colorists will get somebody to flat for them to save time. So that's his adult coloring books, if you will, where he'll have a day at work and he'll sit down and he'll just flat pages for me. And I'm just like, are you sure you want to do that? That's boring as hell. And he's like, I love this shit. It's meditative. It'll sit there and flat for me. So
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's working to have, and but when you're born to do something, it's enjoyable. It's you love it. You love doing what you're doing because not a lot of people enjoy their work. And I love see Todd McFarlane. Justin said said a good comment. He said McFarlane said he does dynamic angles of characters jumping out of the panel to reduce background art. If you really
the
look
true
at it,
saint of comics.
yeah, yeah,
Less
because
background art.
yeah, if you really look at it, you taking all the characters and taking, what I'm saying, you're smashing one character in one panel. Well, two characters, one panel, and they jumping off the page and shit like that. Think about it. Like, that'd be cool if you could do that if you have that type of talent. You know what I'm saying? And the thing about it is, man, shoot, I love those. I love doing that when it comes to my stuff because that makes it dynamic. That makes it more eye popping. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
And that's why I say you want to go for a unique style. You don't want to go for a style that everybody has because everybody has it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's like, for example, okay, everybody wants to draw like Jim Lee. Everybody wants
Yeah.
to draw like Jim Lee. Everybody wants to write like Stan Lee. Everybody wants to write like this guy, that guy. But why wouldn't you want to write like him or you? Why don't you write like yourself? Why don't you draw like yourself? Because not everybody's going to get it accurate as Jim Lee. Not everybody's going to get it accurate as Stan Lee. You know what I'm saying? Get it as accurate as it for you instead of for other people, for other people's approval. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what people say. It doesn't matter what you feel. You got to live with that. What you create. You know, and that goes for anything. Like you got to live with the jokes you tell. You got to live with the music you rate. You got to live with the music, with the rap, the rhymes, the lyrics. You got to live with that. You know what I'm saying all that matters is how you handle it. How do you put it down, and what you feel like it should be. You know what I mean? On to another question. On to another motherfucking question. What was your most memorable experience?
Didn't you ask that one, or am I confusing it with the
No,
other one? Okay.
you're confusing it with the other one.
Okay. I would say the most memorable, honestly, has nothing to do with my comic. It has something to do with us getting the ferrets deleting the work. Yes, Dutton, that is accurate. The most memorable experience was Annette dumping water onto my laptop. That fucking girl. No, but Mike and I were working on getting our comic label out, and we ran into another creator who just needed that confidence boost. And Mike just dropped in a comment, just being like, "Look, dude, you've got it. Whatever it is, you've got it. You just got to hang in there." And he did. And now dude is doing his whole comic line, Anthony with Limitless Comics. Love you, dude. He is doing a bunch of different books right now, and I've got all of them in my shelf. And one of them, Thirst, Queen of the Dead, and uh, because we got this rapport, we're both launching our comic labels. Um, Mike was like, "Hey, you want to do cover for him?" I was like, "Yeah, totally, absolutely." We're trying to get our book out. We do a cover for him. It's networking, right? So I do 2 covers for him, and one of them This is a memorable moment. It's him on his video chat sitting there freaking out about how I put the stitching on the suit. And he just kept on repeating that. And he's like, "You put the stitching on the suit." And it's Thirst, and she's doing this kiss, little kiss of death, blowing a kiss. And I did she's in a full body leather suit, and like leather suits do, if you're gonna have any kind of tailoring, you're gonna have stitching. I included the stitching because I give a shit and I put detail in my work. And it's so reassuring as an artist to have somebody fucking notice. Where it's just like, I put that detail in because I knew it needed to be there. If nobody else notices, I don't care. I know it's there. And it's what needed to happen. So the fact that this guy is just geeking out about the fact that I put all that nuance into this page, and he is just sitting there geeking out over it. Over my page, I did that. And it's one of his favorite covers, and that I did for his comic. And it's just, yeah, I am a comic artist. I did another cover. I did a crossover cover. That shit's gonna get printed. Fuck yeah. And he's sitting there geeking out. The stitching on the suit. That, I think, is the most memorable moment for me. Is the moment where we got our brands off, and yeah, somebody actually appreciated what I had to put on the table. So, yeah.
Well, there you go. There you have
I think
it.
that was going to be like my first published cover. Because, like I said, Issues is still getting worked on. This is actually going to get printed. So I think that cover is technically my first debut as a comic artist. Honestly.
Awesome. I think it's cool. um, how do you stay focused and motivated?
I'm glad you asked me this now and not last month, because this is recent. So, I have written my day in a block schedule. I work from home, which is hard to balance doing everything that needs to get done and work when you're at home. So, I basically start with my morning. I'm a morning person, so I work better when housework gets done last. Work, whatever I'm going to do that day, I need to set the tone. So I work on issues first thing. I wake up, give myself time to wake up, and I legitimately set hour blocks as if it's an actual fucking job. Sorry, I'm pulling something up. It's relevant. So whenever I was working at retail, you would have an 8-hour shift, clock in, have your designated break, go back to work, have your lunch break, because I work in California and you can't take your lunch off. And then you finish out your shift, you have another little break, and then you're off. So if I'm going to do professionally work from home on my own, I got to think it like that. So I wake up, give myself time. I am working by 8 in the morning. At 10, I give myself a 15-minute break, get back to work, lunch, 12 o'clock, 30 minutes, my time, get off the computer, go out and do something, and then get back to it. 2 o'clock, have another 15-minute break, and by 4, I'm off. And I have alarms set on my phone to where no matter what I'm doing, alarm goes off, hey, get your ass up, take a break, get off the computer for a second, give your mind a break, go do something. And if I don't, I'll just sit there and be like, no, I have to get work done, I have to be productive. No, you don't. You're going to get burnt out. Go take a break. You need it. So that's how I stay on task. And a part of being productive, and this is just a me thing, I always feel like I'm either not doing enough Or I'll be like, yeah, I got this done today. And I'll go tell Mike, like, oh, I did this today. And he's like, yeah, what else did you do? I'm like, well, I thought I was being productive, but I guess I could do more, maybe. But to keep myself in check, I have a spiral that I write in where it's just like quick bullet points of this page, this is what I did. This is what I did. Date it, quick little note, draw a line, next day, this is what I did. This is what I did. Next day, so on and so forth. So it's like I've got things to hold me accountable when to work, and I've got things to hold me accountable what I did. Because it's not always like I inked a page today. It's like, no, I went and I edited this page. I went and I added an effect on this page, and I went and altered this page. I'm doing a bunch of little things to a bunch of different shit. Doesn't necessarily mean I inked a page, which would be a good day's work, but that's not always the case. So, yeah. And side note, I've got a flow chart of sticky notes of what all has to get done. So I can just glance over there. Okay, I'm motivated today. I can pencil something. I can ink something. What needs to get inked? What needs to get penciled? On it. And like I was saying earlier, today I'm not motivated. Something needs to get done. What do I have the fucking energy to do? Okay, I can do that. Just look at all the little things that have to get done. So, having those visuals and those different cues helps out a lot. And that's what I need. And it works. And that was a ferret. Nobody saw. I have ferrets.
I saw it.
It's okay.
Hey, it's okay. What was that?
We also had a mice problem, but it has since been taken care of. That was not a mouse. That was a ferret.
Hey, as long as it don't fly over my head, I'm good. I will be screaming like a little girl, hollering loud, and not caring about it. Okay, hold on. Let me get on in my notes here. All right, tell us about the characters of the story. Starting like a little short. All right, hold on. Short. Like I'm gonna give you a little short. You know what I'm saying? Short. Let's make it short. You know what I'm saying? Like a little paragraph, a little something, a little better. You know what I'm saying? You know.
I got you.
All right.
So we have
and standard.
And or standard. Two different characters.
Oh, okay, shit. And
I got you. I'll just roll through them. Don't worry. I'll roll through them. So, first we have Agent Gallo, Anne Gallo. She is a young special agent who is thrust into the world of veteran superheroes, trying to keep her sanity as team liaison, while hoping to learn the truth about her father's own murder. Bum, bum, bum. Next we have the Patriot. He is the most powerful being ever known. Previously retired after being accused of his own team's death. Now, years later, Patriot hopes to regain the trust and admiration of the country he loves. Next, we have Haste, the fastest superhero to ever exist. People may think that his best years are behind him, but there's plenty of superheroes left in his former world-renowned. But there's plenty of heroics left in this former world-renowned speedster. Following that, we have the Standard. The Standard is a newer arrival to the vigilante scene. Little is known about this hardware hero. While he is very handy in combat, he's way too full of himself. Even the emblem he wears is a blue raised bar. Is he just an asshole, or is his cocky facade hiding something darker? Next up, we have Lux. Technically government property and forced to be a superhero, this former dimensionaut has a symbiotic entity that grants him the ability to create and manipulate insane amounts of white hot energy. Last but not least, we have Reverb, consisting of Havana, Hunter, and Bafo. These newbie modern day superheroes go by the team name of Reverb. Hunter and Havana are extra dimensional twins who share wildly amplified versions of their powers when in close proximity to each other, making them some of the world's strongest heroes. There's also a monkey. He is super intelligent and very pompous about it. So that is our hero roster for issues.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Yeah. So I'm gonna post the her shoot. I'm posting her links.
In chat.
Yes. In the shop. So that way people can, if people want to buy your book, it will get you some.
Something.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, there's a part of the show where I give you 60 seconds to promote yourself and advertise yourself. 60 seconds. Go.
Okay. My name is Snoots Vonsnips, co-founder and artist at War Dance Comics. You can find us at War Dance Comics on Facebook. We also have a Twitter and Instagram. Look for the rhino and the ferret. That is us. You can also find us on Indiegogo with Issues Volume 1. We are still accepting backers for the book. Other things are closed, but please go back Issues Volume 1 if you would like to read more about this fun, exciting indie comic.
Well, I have an idea that I wanted to bring out to people.
Okay.
What I wanted to do when it comes to the shirts, all the shirts and stuff like that, all the t-shirts and stuff like that, right? I wanted to come out with exclusive t-shirts for all the people that has been on the show, right? Mm-hmm. Like, for example, okay, all the people that's been on the show, if you have a comic book cover, I'm going to put your comic book cover on the back of the shirt and I'm going to put the In Your Face Show logo on the front. And then we're going to put your logo on the back. And then we're going to put the picture of the cover on the back of the shirt, so that way that'll let people know that you was on the show.
Yeah.
Also, I'm working on all of this stuff to advertise the show, to basically bring out the show, to bring people in to watching the show even more. Mm-hmm. If y'all subscribe and like the show, share it out to people, because the only way we grow is by being shared to the masses.
You gotta appease the algorithm gods.
Exactly.
Like, share, subscribe.
Yeah. Like, share, subscribe. Yeah. If we, I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. I'm gonna keep it be real. To be honest with y'all, I do this on my own power. I do this because I love doing it. And I don't charge anybody to promote their stuff. I love people and I love everybody. I'm here to serve you. I'm not here to take your money. I'm here to serve you and to bring you up as well as myself. So why not share out the content? Why not share out the product? If you're being promoted, why not share out the product? Why not subscribe to it? And why not? Because at the end of the day, you're getting out there. I'm getting out there. We're all helping each other. And I want to help you get out there as well as myself. Yeah. We shall grow together. And that's my motto. We shall grow together, because that's all we have is each other. I love you guys. Thank y'all for watching. and it's been in your face. Yo, get me out, please.